Today I fucked up and ruined my sister's marriage over a prank. Okay, so this actually happened last night, but it's been less than 24 hours, so I think it counts. Either way, I played a prank on my sister, who is a new mom. My niece is 2 months old and I came by to help out around the house some. I ended up hanging out all day and long after her husband came home from work. The baby was sleeping in a back room, so my sister asked me to check on her. After confirming that my niece was deeply asleep, I saw a nearby baby doll and got a wicked idea. I wrapped it up in blankets and took it back with me, rocking it the whole way. When I got back, my brother-in-law was walking across the room in my direction. My sister was sitting on the couch. We locked eyes and I said, "She's awake," and then I dropped the doll. I was expecting my brother-in-law to look comical in a scramble to catch her, but nope. He instinctively shot out his foot like he was trying to catch a hacky sack and kicked the doll across the living room and into the windows that overlooked the backyard. My sister screamed and rushed to the doll while I laughed hysterically, and my brother-in-law just stood there stunned. She cradled the doll, now realizing that it was just a joke, but still she sobbed for a long time. She was so furious that she wouldn't speak to either of us. When she was able, she fled to the back room and spent the night cuddling her daughter. I spent the rest of my night consoling her husband, who also thought it was pretty funny once the shock wore off. He was worried about my sister, but she wasn't letting either of us in, so there wasn't anything we could do about that. She did message me this morning saying that she is going to stay with our mom until she cools down, but that I'm still not to go to her house for any reason. So yeah, she's still pissed at me for doing the prank in the first place, and now she doesn't think my brother-in-law has it in him to be a good father. I pretended to drop my sister's new baby. My brother-in-law booted the doll I dropped by instinct. We've both ruined my sister's trust in us. There's usually like a 5–10% chunk of comments on this sub that are supportive, but damn, you went and poisoned the entire well with this one. Tears of joy. Yeah, you fucked up pretty bad. New parent hormones are insane. Feel worst for the dad who did the right thing, trying to cushion the fall. That only looked bad because it wasn't a squishy baby but a bouncy rubber doll. You are the asshole. And #X200B. Wait. Wrong forum. You're going to get a lot of hate, so I won't jump on the bandwagon, even though you deserve it. Look at the bright side though. You're off babysitting duty for the rest of your life. Today I fucked up by being an asshole and pretending to kill my sister's infant daughter. My god, you really foo. Never ever do such a joke about babies. New mothers are extremely sensitive, see SIDS. Today I fucked up by trying to save my marriage. This is spanning over the last few months, but it all came to a head this morning. My husband and I hit a rough patch. It was a few years of me trying to get the spark back in our marriage. I eventually gave him an ultimatum, and that changed everything. After the years of trying to get us on the same page, we had finally made it. That's the very short version. Overnight, our sex life did a complete 180. It was amazing. I think that first month he made it a point to have sex every day. Lots of fun. We were really looking forward to making that the norm. Our kids are older little kids but more independent than, say, a baby. We don't use birth control. We've been successfully using the pull-out method for our almost 20-year relationship. Our 2 kids were planned to a T. I'm sure you can figure out where this is going. Despite tracking ovulation and using condoms and pulling out, we ended up getting pregnant. Totally not expected. We were done having kids. But I guess when you aren't on proper birth control, these things can happen. I hope everyone WHO does pull and pray is reading this if you don't want kids. Anyway, we accept it. We're having a baby. Our 2 kids will be elated. They've been asking for a sibling for a few years now. So anyway, I was doctor shopping for the first few weeks because I couldn't find a provider who would really listen to me. I had an ultrasound at 7 weeks and she confirmed the pregnancy and then wrote off some concerns I was having. That didn't sit well with me, so I found another doctor who I felt would hear me out. I met with her today. Amazing doctor. Did exactly what I was asking for. I was so excited. She decides to do her own ultrasound to see how everything is looking. And here is the fuck up, everyone. She found another baby. So not only did we end up with a surprise pregnancy, turns out it's twins. We are in shock but excited and terrified, and we'll be fine. It's fine. We need a bigger car. But holy shit. Twins. And #X200B. Too long did not read. I wanted to improve our marriage and have more sex. More sex lead to a surprise pregnancy. Turns out the pregnancy is twins. Goodbye sex life in about 7 months. I have no words. I have never heard of anyone successfully using the pull-out method for birth control. If you are reading this and don't want children, don't try this. Someone I knew used the pull-out method and had 5 children, so I am never gonna go through this path. Wait. Condom plus pull-out method? In which case, fine, that's more cautious than just condoms. And #X200B. Just pull-out method? Doh. If you're done with kids, why not suggest your husband get a vasectomy? Good luck with twins. Reminds me of the old joke. What do you call people who use pull and pray, rhythm method for birth control? Parents. Less than. I had an extremely religious teacher in high school. Her husband was heavily disabled, no limbs, but they still wanted to have a bunch of children. However, after their first one they realized that even one is too much for them, and decided not to have any more. This teacher told us 16-year-olds that using a condom is murder, and people should only use the pull-out method. My classmate told her she shouldn't have said this, because the pull-out method is not safe. The teacher said it worked perfectly for them. She was pregnant only weeks after that. We asked what she thinks of condoms now. She said they decided to stop having sex with his husband, because condom is not okay. They are not together anymore. If you don't want kids, use actual protection. Today I fucked up after freeing myself of constipation. Random throwaway account. Instead of telling the story with an excessive amount of paragraphs, I've decided to literally just type out the interaction I had with the girl I went on a date with last night. I'll call her Kelly. I reached out to Kelly on WhatsApp this morning to find out if she's interested in another date. What happened next is self-explanatory. Kelly. OMG. This is so awkward. Me. What is? Kelly. You think any girl would be interested to go on another date with a guy who needs to shit before sex? Me. Lol. I'm not sure if I explained myself properly last night, but I get the urge to poop when I'm nervous. I can usually keep it in, but things got so physical between us. My anxiety kind of skyrocketed, which increased my urge to poop. Awkward, I know. But I had 2 choices. Either clench my butthole and hope for the best, or ask to use your bathroom and relieve the pressure. Option 2 made more sense to me. Kelly. Should've clenched, buddy. For the record, you explained yourself perfectly well after you decided to stink up my whole apartment with your nervous pooping. I'm shocked that you actually thought we were still gonna fuck afterwards. Me. I assumed you wanted to pick up where we left off because you were still naked when I came out of the bathroom. Kelly. I didn't bother getting dressed because I was too busy using both my hands to seal off my nose and mouth. Me. LMAO. I didn't smell anything, but I'm sorry if there was a smell and b. The smell was really that bad. Kelly. This is why I usually don't date guys under 21. Zero maturity. Everything is LMAO and fucking fart jokes. Pro tip. Don't take a shit when you're about to get laid. Please don't contact me again. Me. Would you have had the same reaction if I just peed? That was the final message I sent to Kelly. She didn't respond. Pity I pooped. She was really attractive. Alas. Such is life. TLR pooped at a girl's house moments before we were about to sleep together. Girl got crossed out that I didn't keep it in and now wants nothing to do with me. You need to practice courtesy flushing, minimize the airtime poop has to sour the air. Holy shit. I know girls don't poop, but she didn't have to give you a hard time just because you have to. In all seriousness, it sounds like you dodged a bullet here. Yikes lol. That's crappy. Should have taken her advice and just shat on her tears of joy. My dog gets the nervous squits too. Shouldn't have let it marinate. Today I fucked up by not telling my husband that I was pregnant and making him think I was cheating on him. Happens to the best of us, eh? Loudly crying now that the worst of the panic is over. My husband and I are able to laugh about it, but, God, that was awful. My husband and I generally don't have any trust issues. However, his ex-girlfriend cheated on him several times, so obviously some scars still carry over towards our marriage. We have a 4F daughter and 1M son, and we recently found out that I was pregnant. I found out first. I was feeling the nausea hard and used a pregnancy test that I still had from the box from the last time I thought I was pregnant, and boom, baby in the oven. I found out on April 2nd and decided to wait until the 25th because that's my husband's birthday and thought it'd be the best birthday gift ever. Pregnancy brain kicked in fast, though, and I carelessly dropped the test in the trash under some toilet paper. I didn't want to touch my pee-covered stick more than necessary, while forgetting my husband is the one who takes out the trash. Come next morning after the trash is taken out. My husband doesn't say anything, so I think he didn't notice it. Come the 15th. We're grocery shopping when suddenly my husband starts crying and goes to the bathroom. I didn't want to drag the kids inside the men's bathroom, so I call him on the phone and he, still crying, asks if it's his baby. This man. I'm not about to have this conversation inside of a fry, so I manage to get him out of the bathroom. We go outside. I tell him my plan and give him a hug and apologize, and he's laughing so hard he can't breathe and then tells me to never do that again before he apologized for running to conclusions. And then we went to get frozen yogurt. Food for the soul. Too long did not read. Didn't tell my husband that I was pregnant. He thinks I'm cheating on him, breaks down in a grocery store, and then we go eat frozen yogurt. Congrats for being pregagante again. Till some people run to conclusions. I've only ever jumped. That's sad he was upset. But damn, he must love the shit out of you if he worked himself up this hard for like 2 weeks. Bun in the oven. Who says baby in the oven? Baby in the oven? What? Who puts a baby in an oven? That is dangerous. I wouldn't be happy if my wife kept it as a secret for more than 3 weeks.